Hi everybody, it's Heavy Dobby here. I just wanted to give you my week 2 stats for my good, bad, and ugly round. This week I released a total of 5.4 pounds. I did have 2 cheats. On Thursday I had some of my husband's stuffed zucchini, a couple big bites, which resulted in a 1.3 gain the next day. And then on Saturday, I ate a peanut, which did not have a result of any weight gain. So that's 5.4 pounds in 7 days is an average of 0.77 pounds per day. So that sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? So week 2, I had 5.4, week 1, 9.7. So that's a total of 15.1 in 14 VLCDs. My grand total weight loss for my journey is 81.9 pounds. And I keep markers on that with, I have a lanyard that I wear at work, and I sew a button on for every 5 pounds. Sometimes you'll see me wear it, and it currently now has 16 buttons on it. Some of you ask what kind of HCG I use. I do injections, always have. I inject 125 IUs. I mix 5,000 units with 5 mLs of bacteriostatic water. I inject in my stomach most of the time. However, this last week I injected in my arm a couple of times. My goal is I would love to have needles that go all the way into the muscle, because that's technically where the injection is supposed to go into, not fat, according to Dr. Simeon's. But I've just got too thick of fat to get that little tiny needle all the way in. And I know Delmum injects in his arm, but I'd love to be able to inject into my rear end where it's supposed to go in. But I do the best I can. I feel the difference in my fat. It's like it's loosening up over the last 2 weeks, which reminds me, 2 weeks. A lot of times, well, every time I've been on injections, I have this sense of euphoria. I get in the zone. I call it my sweet place when I'm on HCG and I'm there. It's kind of just an emotional piece. I'm okay with the protocol. I feel good, and the HCG is making me feel good as well. This round, different than other ones, my taste buds are very heightened, and I do have some more emotions. However, I'm not sure if that's from the HCG or just life in general. I did wrestle this week with not having hunger. Today is one of those days, and I wrestle with whether or not I should eat or not, based on the recommendations of Robin Woodall. She sent messages through Facebook to us yesterday, and her recommendation that is, if you don't eat, if you're following the hunger scale, because when you're big like me, and you don't have as much hunger. So she suggested that I don't do any exercise or get too terribly active, that it's a day of rest for me, and to make sure that my electrolytes stay up. My ketones right now are small to moderate, which is just where they should be. From what I understand, being too dark is just as bad as not having any at all. The foods that I kind of stuck to this week was lettuce, beef, chicken, and apples. I think I had 1 orange. The foods that I'd like to add this week would be fish. Okay. Oh, 2 more things real quick. There's a question from Parker, HCG. Oh, I can't remember her name. Oh, HCG chick on a diet. And she asked, how do you explain this protocol to others? Here's what I do, and it works well. I think in our social arena, culturally, when we notice somebody's lost weight, we go, oh, you look great. What are you doing? It's not that they're that terribly interested in what you're doing. It's just kind of a social, thing that we say. Just like deaf people have different comments that they make when they first meet someone. It really is a cultural thing. So when somebody says, you look great, what are you doing? All I say is, I'm on a diet by from Dr. Simeon's. It's called Pounds and Inches. And if you'd like to know more about it, Google Pounds and Inches PDF. And it's all there. And then read it, and then if you have any questions, let me know. I have used that dozens of times, and only one person went and Googled it, read it, and came back to me. And they ended up going on the protocol and have lost all their excess weight. So that's a really wonderful thing. First of all, you're mentioning the doctor. Then you're mentioning the name of the diet, Pounds and Inches, and where they can get the diet, Pounds and Inches PDF. And it's important to add the PDF when you're Googling. And then tell them to read it, and if they have any questions, let you know. Works every time. Okay, now I'm going to be rogue. I told you this is going to be a good, bad, and ugly round, and I know that I'm not going to have everyone's support in this, but this is how I'm planning on doing this round. I'm going to do one more week of VLCD, which will be a short round, 21 days. Then I'll stop my injections, and I'm going to do VLCD for 4 days. Why 4 and not 3 or 72 hours is because I have a slower metabolism and I want to make certain that the HCG is out of my system. Then I'm going to load again, get some fat back in my system, and then do the second half of 21 days. So it's short round with a load in between and another short round. And then I don't know. I know that there's some people in the Facebook vloggers group that are going to do a 90-day round. What they're doing is 45 days, load, and another 45 days. I may do 21, load, 21, load, 21, load, 21. I don't know. But my goal is to do as much as I can between now and March 23rd, when my husband and I go on our second honeymoon. So all I know for right now is I'm going to do 21, load 21, and then I'll make a decision. All right, this is getting long. I appreciate your attention, and hello to everybody. And listen, I'm on my way to the doctor. Like I don't know if I mentioned it, but I am in really bad pain. I've got a pinched nerve somewhere. I have not responded by typing to anybody on the YouTube. It's easier for me to respond on my iPhone to my Facebook group, so you'll see me texting there. But with me reaching out to my keyboard, it just sends me through the roof. So I'm not responding now. I appreciate and I love all of your comments. They're so encouraging, and I giggle sometimes because you guys see me in a different light than I see myself, which is, I mean, we all do, right? So anyway, just keep those comments coming. I appreciate them. I'm reading them as I can. This is a real effort, a lot of time consuming, but it's worth it, because all of you who are on the protocol now weren't a year ago, and I know there's a lot of you watching now who will be on the protocol in the next year. So I want to make sure that you have the information you need. 10 minutes and we're approaching. I hope I can edit some of this out. I'm not sure. All right, you guys. Love ya. Heading to the doctor. Maybe I'll vlog in the car. It's daylight. All right. Bye.